So yesterday I got access to the new season of Delta Force a little bit early, and I wanted to show you guys the new map, but unfortunately, in the game right now, you can only play against bots, which is kind of unfortunate. So I thought I would just host a custom room and do like a map walkthrough, just showing you guys everything that the Cyclone map has to offer that we'll all be able to enjoy once the new season drops. So spawning in here, obviously now the new vehicle is the jet ski, so you can just spawn in directly no matter where you spawn. So the map is basically separated on King of the Hill. One side starts on the islands, then the other one starts on like the air base type thing. And you have this archipelago, I hope I pronounced that right, in the middle, which is also a cap area, which is pretty interesting. So if we just drive over there, as you can see right now, there's a big storm happening, and these are just random throughout your time playing Cyclone. There can be just a big storm ramping up with rain, heavy winds, and thunder, lightning, all that good stuff. And it looks pretty neat right now. There's not too much happening, but if we just drive over to the archipelago here, I'm really a fan of this cap point, and it seems like a lot of the map will be focused on infantry combat. Now there are vehicles in the map, but there's a lot of little pockets of infantry gameplay that, you know, really promotes people fighting as infantry. So as you can see, the nice little archipelago here with the crashed boat. And then if we go and make our way to the ruins over here on Alpha, which is right over here, hopefully it starts to get sunny, because this map does actually look really nice when the sun is out. So let's just dock this here, get off. And there's also this new swimming feature, which they teased during the dev stream, so you can now actually dive into the water. And I'm playing as Tempest right now, who swims faster than all the other operators. But yeah, so you can get shot. You can't shoot out, but you can shoot when you're outside of the water like this. But yeah, you can't shoot when you're under the water. So as you can see, nice little lightning strike right there. And the stun's starting to show. So pretty cool dynamic weather, honestly, on this map. So you can see this side starts over here, and you can get on this little land bridge here and go to the ruins part. There's also an underground area to this ruins part, so a lot of different ways to approach the flags on the Cyclone map. It just looks really nice. Unfortunately, when I was playing with bots, I did find it was stuttering a lot, but that might just be a test thing. If we go underneath here, you'll be able to see like this underground area of the ruins, which is really nice. I think it looks pretty cool. So you can approach it from this way. Basically, you go from the sea to the underground area, take the zip line up. Pretty cool. So if we make our way to the next flag that is over there, so on Bravo, Charlie, Delta, those are like basically like the compound areas where the ICBM base starts. So we're just gonna get over there quickly. So this area is kind of like the reservoirs, I would imagine, for fuel or some kind of material here. And the flag cap area is actually quite large, and players can pretty much get here from most angles. So either from this side, you can also flank from like the tunnels underneath, which we're going to go to right now. So let's just roll our way over here. So that's the new operator's abilities. So yeah, there's a zip line to come up this way, then you have tunnels underneath that lead to either side. That was a loud thunder strike. So yeah, you can go down here in the tunnels and then make your way through and basically just avoid Delta altogether and then just go like straight to Echo. Or you can make your way towards Bravo, which is, I think, probably one of the neater areas of this map. So we're going to make our way over there again with the tactical roll. By the way, this roll does recharge every time you get a kill as Tempest, and the cooldown's already pretty quick. So as you can see here, this reminds me of a map, Naval Strike DLC for Battlefield 4, where there's like an indoor area where boats can actually traverse. So I think it's going to be pretty neat to have the boats, you know, traverse through here and get some infantry versus naval combat scenarios here. So as you can see, there's a lot of ways to get into this underground base or naval base. So if we just swim across, and you can actually just hop up from anywhere. So as you can see here, we have like the ICBM launch pads or whatever you want to call these. I'm really not sure. Then like the control rooms, you can go down here and then go through this tunnel to make your way to the other one. So yeah, a lot of nice little areas to creep around in, so you're not necessarily always having to go face first into combat. So if we make our way here, you can go in the back over here, then make your way back up top. So this one's actually the ICBM dock that's kind of like loaded. And you can make your way, as I fall down, from up there. You can land on all those little pads here. And actually, I'm going to go show you guys that right now. So the launch well, you can make your way up via zip line up here. And then you have like the two launch wells for the ICBMs. And I think this is going to be a pretty you know, well-used tactic is you can just hop down on these things and then shoot people down, you know, when they're down there trying to cap the flag, albeit, you know, there might not be that many people actually creeping around or hanging around the ICBM here. But yeah, very interesting. Actually, this is really, what the hell is this? I don't have a flashlight on my gun. Do I have one on here? Oh, it's basically just a little nook. Okay, cool. So yeah, we'll make our way down, then I'm gonna show you guys the rest of the map. I definitely think people are probably gonna get lost on this map due to how vast it is. I mean, the size of this thing is just insane. And as I was saying, a lot of little pockets of infantry fighting a little bit everywhere, and then you have vehicles that are gonna arguably contest like the outside flags, while infantry can just chill on the inside flags. So it's gonna be an interesting map, I think, with a lot of, you know, gameplay diversity. I wonder if you can actually get hit by lightning. So Echo over here, you know, nothing too crazy. It's just the port. And then we can make our way towards Foxtrot and all that, which is the kind of like air base for the other team. So I'm just going to jump down here. And I actually like that none of the flags are connected. So each flag is, you know, actually contributing to the overall score of each team. So yeah, Foxtrot's like the air base where you have like the barracks and stuff like that. Unfortunately, it's not getting very sunny outside. The storm seems to be persisting throughout. And this is actually where the attack and defend ends. And there's, I believe there's 5 sectors. It goes from Sector A all the way to Sector E. And then on here, we have 7 flags total, so that's good. An uneven number of flags, which, you know, prevents standstills when each team has 3 individual flags. But yeah, this is the Cyclone map. Overall, yeah, I can't really say whether I enjoy it or not, because playing against bots, it's pretty brain dead kind of stuff. You're not really experiencing how the map would flow with actual players because the bots are just like arguably pretty dumb. But I'm excited to get in here. I really like that little archipelago over there. The underground base I think is going to be really fun to fight on. Same thing with Charlie, and then you have all these other flags that are outside that allows you to really engage in vehicular combat. And I think this map is going to be great once they implement jets. So once they release jets at the end of this season or the beginning of the next one, because of how big it is, you're really going to be able to play around with jets quite a bit. Yeah, it seems like the storm's somewhat passed. It's still a little bit foggy, but this gives you a good overview of the map. It looks actually really, really nice. I think it's probably one of the nicer looking maps that they've made in Delta Force. Some of the other maps are nice to look at, but yeah, just the tropical island feel of this map just makes it look absolutely gorgeous. If we look around here, I wish we could turn off the HUD, but unfortunately you can't. Yeah, oh, there you go. Now it's nice and sunny. You can really see all the details here. So yeah, there you go, Cyclone. As I said, excited to get into this map and actually play against other players as opposed to bots. So we'll be able to get into that next week. Keep your eyes peeled on the channel for more content of the new season. And yeah, hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And as always, thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.